what's up? Piz out here. I'm going to throw a huge Blu-ray DVD box set update at you. These are primarily Blu-rays. These are all the Blu-rays I bought in the past several months since I was on hiatus. I threw in there a few DVDs. There's other DVDs that I bought that I'm not going to add in this update due to time constraints and because of other reasons. They've become swallowed up in my sort of entertainment area, you know, whatever. Mostly due to time constraints because I've got so many Blu-rays that I want to get to. I'm going to get them at you right now. First one, and most of these I got at Walmart for like 10 or 15 bucks. The occasional one I splurged and spent like 20, 25 bucks on. Most of them are picked up on the cheap though, so that's cool. The first one, Donnie Darko Blu-ray. Of course, I've got this on DVD. I think I've got two different versions of this on DVD. Saw this on Blu-ray. It was like 10 bucks at Walmart. Had to grab it. This is the director's cut, of course, Donnie Darko. Great film. Next, another $10 one at Walmart. Amusement. I'm looking forward to checking this out again. I saw this. Runk had recommended it from Slasher Club. It's a little dusty. Sort of a trilogy film. I remember it being pretty cool, so I picked it up for 10 bucks and I'm going to check it out again. Another 10-bucker, Freddy vs. Jason. Not a great movie. I enjoy some of it. At 10 bucks, why not? Predator, the special edition. What more can you say about this flick? It's got all the great special features on it that were on the special edition DVD. I'm just wondering, where's Predator 2 on Blu-ray? Alright, let's see. One of the better movies I've seen in a long time, The Hurt Locker. Of course, won a ton of Oscars. Jeremy Renner is fantastic in it. Very good film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick classic. This was 10 or 15 bucks at Walmart. I think 10. Definitely worth every cent and more. Heather's 20th High School Reunion Edition Blu-ray. This again was like 10 bucks. Got audio commentary, a couple different featurettes. Very cool. Haven't seen this movie in a long time. I'm looking forward to checking it out again. Menace to Society Director's Cut. I've always really enjoyed this movie. It's got some cool special features on it. Let's see. The next two, I bought one, and then I turned around a couple days later and saw that they had another version of it for roughly about the same price, so I grabbed it. Resident Evil. I think this was 10 bucks. I really enjoy this movie. I think a lot of people probably crap on this series. Well, I can't say much about Resident Evil 2 and 3. I thought both those pretty much sucked. I really enjoyed this one. I get a kick out of it. It's a Paul W.S. Anderson joint. I think that's probably the main reason why it gets crapped on so much. And I love Mila Jovovich, so grabbed it. And then just a few days later, I saw this for like 15 bucks. And this is the Steelbook edition of the Resident Evil Blu-ray. Thought about picking up 2 and 3 just to complete the set, but again, I'm not a big fan of those two movies. And it's pretty cool. Steelbook edition. And it's exclusive. It's got a bonus disc. I didn't realize that. Okay, cool. And this is sold exclusively at Walmart. So go to your Walmart, and if you're a Resident Evil fan, go to your Walmart and grab this. 15 bucks. Okay. Fight Club Special Edition. What more do you need to say about this flick? Comes with a cool slipcase. You are not special, it says on the front. That's true. Anyway, yeah. 10th Anniversary Edition. Very cool. Evil Dead Blu-ray. Another Evil Dead out there on the market for us all. I'm assuming this is probably just the first of many Blu-ray editions we're going to get of the Evil Dead. I can see a Book of the Dead Blu-ray version coming soon, and more and more and more. But this is really cool. It's got a lot of cool special features on it. It looks great. Very cool, and it was like 15 bucks. City of the Living Dead, I got this from Amazon. Of course, this is Lucio Fulci's classic. Got a bunch of special features on it. Looks great. What more do you need to say? Natural Born Killers, the director's cut. Love this movie. I've loved this movie since the day I first saw it. Saw it on Blu-ray. This was actually about $20, I think, at Walmart, but definitely worth it. Great flick. Piranha, the original, from Roger Corman's Cult Classics. Haven't actually got to sit down and watch this again. It's been many, many years since I saw this movie. And I was kind of wanted to go see the 3D remake. I heard a lot of good things about it, but procrastinated, so now I'm going to have to wait till DVD or Blu-ray to see it. But yeah, I remember this one being great. It's got a lot of special features on it, behind-the-scenes stuff, interviews, featurettes. Definitely cool. Frailty, $10 at Walmart. Great flick, directed by Bill Paxton. Really enjoy this movie a lot. 30 Days of Night. Not a great flick, beautifully sort of photographed though. I've always loved the visuals in this movie. Love the vampires, the way they look, how they besiege the small town in Alaska and take everybody out. Love that. It looks great on Blu-ray. A little loved William Friedkin movie, To Live and Die in L.A. I've always really enjoyed this movie. Saw it on Blu-ray for $10. Grabbed it. Let's see, it's got 2 discs inside, got a couple featurettes, some deleted scenes, and all kinds of cool stuff. Commentary with William Friedkin, so that should be really cool. Let's see. Trick or Treat Blu-ray. Perfect time of year to pop this in. It's October. This is a great Halloween flick. Trilogy, a new classic. Very cool. And this was $10, $15. The Dirty Dozen, I think this was $10. Anything with Lee Marvin and Charles Bronson in it, I'm there. Jade, another William Friedkin movie. This was like $10 or $15. Not a great flick. Just grabbed it because I haven't seen it in a long time. And I know it's not as bad, I think, as people say it is, but it's not that great. Wolf. I've always enjoyed this flick. Like $10 at Walmart. Dracula special edition, like $10-15 at Walmart. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Let's talk about some box sets. Picked this up at Big Lots for $5. It's the Theater of Horror, Hideshi Hino's Theater of Horror. We've got 6 movies here: Death Train, The Doll Cemetery, The Ravaged House, Lizard Baby, Dead Girl Walking, and The Boy from Hell. I have seen none of these movies, but it's a nice looking box set, and it was just $5, so I grabbed it. Hideshi Hino is hailed as the master of the macabre in Japan, and all these are supposedly cult classics. So I might tear into this someday and check it out. This is The Boy from Hell on the cover. $5. Hey, that's less than $1 per DVD. This one I'm glad I got a hold of, and I got a hold of it at a reasonable price. It's actually kind of rare. This is a Sleepaway Camp survival kit with the actual Red Cross on the cover. The Red Cross sued Anchor Bay, and Anchor Bay had to remove all the Red Crosses from this box set, and there's Red Crosses all over it on the back, on the pull-out inside. There's Red Crosses everywhere. This is also the version that comes with the 4th disc, the production footage from Sleepaway Camp 4: The Survivor. I already own all 3 of these movies on DVD. But I've always wanted this. I saw it for a good price. It was the Red Cross version, which is fairly rare, I think. So, grabbed it. The next 2 I got at Big Lots. This one for $6, the Chucky collection. I was surprised to see it there. It's got Child's Play 2, 3, and Bride of Chucky in it. $6. I was like, hey, why not, man? Pretty cool. Next one, also $6, and I thought this was really cool. This is Monty Python's The Holy Grail. It's like in a book kind of thing. It's very hard. It's the collector's edition. It's got a ton of special features on it. I mean, this thing is absolutely loaded with special features. It's 2 discs. It also includes the original screenplay and a film still from the movie. Very cool, and just $6. I was like, man, this, when this thing was brand new, it had to sell for $50 at least. So very cool, and only $6, definitely. Run out to your local Big Lots and see if they've got any of these. Alright, let's see what else. Firefly, the complete series. Saw this at Walmart for I think 10 or 15, maybe $20 well, no, it was $20. Got the entire season. This is, of course, a Joss Whedon show. Huge fan of Joss Whedon. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Loved Angel. Love this show too, and love Serenity, the film that's based on the show. This show kind of got the shaft from Fox. Only a few episodes were aired, and they were aired out of sequence. So like the 3rd episode showed first, and the 5th second, and stuff like that. So it was weird, and it didn't really catch on. I think people were expecting. I think it's like, you expected Joss Whedon to do one thing, and he comes out with a show about space cowboys, basically. And I think that was my sort of initial thought when I first watched it. And I think I only watched the 1st episode, and that was it. Which I'm sorry to say, caught up with them on Sci-Fi. They used to play them on there, and great stuff, great stuff. Also check out the film Serenity, very cool. Let's see, a couple of DVDs. Got this yesterday. 30th anniversary edition of Madman. Watched the Legend Lives 30 Years of Madman featurette, which has a lot of cool people in it, including CK and Uncle Bill from over at deadpit.com. Very cool stuff. That featurette, I think, is worth the price of admission alone. I heard that the picture on the film, they did something to it that screwed it all up. One thing that was very cool about this movie, I thought, was it seemed like a lot of time was spent on the way the film looked. The cinematography was very cool. There was this sort of, blue aura over everything. That's apparently all gone. It's now orange and sepia looking and kind of piss colored, which is really, really, sad to think. Haven't actually watched the movie, just got it yesterday. Watched the featurette, and I would say the featurette is worth the price of admission alone, even though this thing I think is $25 on Amazon. It's from Code Red. Code Red screwed up big time on the picture though, and I think they actually went under after this, or they closed up shop. So once all these are sold, it's going to be out of print again, and it's probably going to be out of print for a very, very long time. So definitely need to grab this. And last but not least, picked this up at Walmart for I think $13. Hardware. I've always really enjoyed this flick. It's got the audio commentary with director Richard Stanley. I've always enjoyed the movie. I know there's mixed camps on it, but I've always been in the camp of people who dig this flick. So anyway. That's a big Blu-ray, DVD, and box set update. Hoping everybody's having a good October, gearing up for Halloween. I know I am. Alright, really quick, I left out 2 DVDs. I'm sorry. The first one, Never Sleep Again, The Nightmare on Elm Street Legacy. This is as in-depth as it gets when it comes to one of these. We had the Halloween 25 Years of Terror, His Name is Jason, documentaries. This one is so freaking in-depth. I mean, they dig up, everybody to talk about these films, the directors, the stars, the writers, the producers, everybody, and they go really in-depth on each and every film, which is very, very cool. Any Nightmare on Elm Street lover needs to pick this up immediately. It's 2 discs. Very cool stuff. And the last, The Beyond, another Lucio Fulci movie. I figured if I'm going to get City of the Living Dead on Blu-ray, I better grab this too.